Hello everyone, it's Noel. Could you imagine if somebody else was to do my intro? Wouldn't that be so awkward? But anyway, so as a subscriber had asked a couple of weeks ago when I did Joe's hair tutorial, they had asked to see a tutorial consisting of me trying to do like hair gradients. So their example was, say if you dyed your hair blue, like if you had very dark black hair but you wanted to dye your ends blue, which is like called ombre, and I think that's a pretty neat idea, so I decided to challenge myself. You can see all these different swatches. I really want to do this, like it's going to be like a half and half type of deal. This side is going to be the black and blue side, and this is going to be blonde and pink. I love blonde and pink hair. I really want it. Someday, guys. So, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of collect myself here for a minute, and I'll be back in just a second. Alright, and we're back, and I'm going to go ahead and start. Both of these hairstyles are going to consist of about 6 different colors, because each color needs to have about 3 different tones. So, also, I'm not really sure how I'm going to incorporate like lighting. I'll do my best because I'm kind of just flying by the seat of my pants with this. So for this side, I am going to go ahead in with the steel blue. I am doing the black part of the hair first. So I'm going to go in with that. I'll do the bangs first. I guess I should do time lapse so it's not awkward like it was the last time. I actually just realized I messed this up. I originally wanted steel blue to be my mid-tone for this, but that's okay. We can still salvage it. This is a Cool Gray 50, and this was going to be my my slightly lighter color. But you know, we can make it work. We can still make it work. We can salvage it. And that's also the beauty of alcohol markers, because you can pretty much just layer whatever color on top, and you pretty much won't mess anything up. So, you know, I don't think I really messed anything up. I think it's still gonna lay fine. It's okay. As long as I can get this to go down just slightly over the steel blue. See, totally fine. Totally fine, guys. Totally professional. Let's move on to the black now. I am going to do time lapse with this one because this is messy, and I don't know. It's just easier that way. Feel free to do your black hair any way you choose. There are a lot of ways to color a character's black hair. It just kind of all depends on your preference. Some like to color the black hair all in without leaving any highlights. Some like to leave highlights depending on where the light source is coming from. They like to put it like these gapping type of areas. They like to leave where the hair might be coming out a little bit more from the scalp. But you have to be careful with black because, you know, black is a very, very dark color, and it's very hard to lift once it's down. So just be careful, plan out accordingly, but have fun, you know. It's not the end of the world if you don't get what you were going for. Just keep practicing and do swatches. Swatches are important. Now I'm going to do the blue section. I am taking Periwinkle. Yeah, obviously that was black. I used these colors for the black part, which was, I used steel blue first mistakenly. Cool Gray 50 was what I wanted to use first, but I used it second. And of course I did black last. So now for the blue part, I'll be using Periwinkle first, Cerulean Blue second, and Bright Blue third. So I'm just going to do those all in time lapse. You know what colors I'm using. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way to the middle here, and we'll see what we get. Okay, so this side is done. I'll talk about both of them more and my expectations, I guess, as far as like this whole theme that we're doing today. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the pink side, the blonde and pink side, and I'll show you what colors I'm using for those because I do want to do that all in time lapse. So to start, I'm going to use buttercream as my light tone, light maize is my mid tone, yellow ochre is my deep tone, and for the pink, I'm using shell as my light tone, rose petal is my mid tone, and coral pink is my deep tone. So I'm going to go ahead and start this side and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so these are not perfect. This is still a very, very new concept for me, but I do appreciate the commenter for leaving this as a suggestion. It's definitely going to take me some time to like figure out a really good way to do this. This was a really fun exercise. I really like this color scheme. I might want to leave the coral pink out because that seemed to be really dark, but at the same time, my Blick Studio markers, there's only 96 of them in my set, so I only have so many color options. So, my suggestion for you guys, if you want to try this, is to look at as many reference photos as possible. The ones that I looked at, they weren't very good. There was not a lot of lighting options available. So play around with this idea. It's definitely a really fun concept. It's not new, but it's definitely a really fun concept, and I do want to try to maybe I'll come up with an OC or something that has like different color or likes to change their hair color or something. I have to practice hairstyles in general, so that will be a really fun exercise for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you'll want to possibly try this exercise yourself. And remember to draw what you love and love what you draw, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.